Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing another special film photography expedition with the Nikon FE and arguably the most sharpest 1.8 lens, 50 millimeter 1.8 lens that Nikon has ever made. This is the Pancake lens. This is the 4 series. There was a 2 series, and I'm talking about the serial numbers here. This is not the E series lens. So this is a very special Pancake lens that is, everything is, it's just a beautiful lens. And basically we know about the Nikon FE. It's got, you got your field of view. The greatest thing about this is it's fully automatic. It has a stepless shutter speed when it's in auto, which is aperture priority. It just stepless all the way up to, some say 4,000, some say 2,000. In actuality, I've never been in a situation where I needed more than 2,000 2,000ths of a second shutter speed. Because I'm normally shooting at f/16, and that's what we're shooting at today, is f/16. We got Delta 400, Ilford Delta 400 professional film in here. And the theme of the show today, or the story today, is the expedition is Leica killer. This is a Leica killer. There's no doubt about it. The Leica, I think it was the M. Was it the M? I can't remember which one it was. But there was a Leica that came out around the same time as this, which was around 70, 78, that was boasting all kinds of things, still manual focus, but it had nothing near to the quality of the automatic exposure, the quality of the build, the definitely did not have exposure lock. This has exposure lock. So if I wanna expose for the shadows, I do my exposure, then I lock it, and then I recompose and take the shot. So they had none of those features. There's no way that a Leica from this era will ever stack up to this Nikon FE. This is one of the most intelligently designed cameras that basically was ever made, and it's all metal. It's just a dynamite system. It functions on all the lenses. I can use the old Nikon F lenses or the Nikkor matte lenses, the non-AIS lenses, simply by pushing a button and flipping up the little metering tab. And then all I have to do is stop down exposures, which basically what that is when you're done focusing your shot, you do your field of view, and then that meters if that field of view, bang. So you're using lenses from 1958 up that are non-AI lenses, right? So wow, yeah. It has a port for flash. It has a hot shoe. It has it has so many things. The battery in it lasts forever. You can go to 125. If you lose the battery, then you move to 125 and just do the Sunny 16 or whatever. So this was in a lot of professionals' bags. There's no doubt about it. No matter what anybody tells you, don't listen to those people. This was definitely a camera to have, and it still is today. So here it is. This lens, you can get a really good, now this is not the E series lens, so you really got to pay attention to this. This Pancake lens is, you can get a really clean mint, almost new, for under $200. I'm talking Canadian, if you're a really good shopper. And again, when you're shopping, shop properly, shop wisely. Don't just buy the first thing you see. I can't, I don't know, I shouldn't have to do this, but I can't be responsible for people doing bad shopping. And I just made a mistake. I just noticed the 125 is the flash sync speed. M90 is the speed for if you lose your battery, which the battery lasts 2 years in these things, as long as it's a pretty good camera. So interchangeable lenses to everything. This actually shoots in meters with my 200 to 500 5.6 lens, but the problem is with that is that you stay at 5.6, which I'm usually at anyways with that lens. So it does shoot those lenses, but you don't have a choice in your aperture settings. So it'll go to the widest aperture. It has if you leave the lens cap on, some people say this is for double exposures. I don't know too many people that actually do that anymore, but you just push this forward if you leave your lens cap on, and then you can wind and reset your shutter and then take your shot once you take the lens cap off. That's what I would use that for. So here we go. I'm calling this the Leica killer. I'd like anybody that wants to argue about it to go ahead. The size, and this is with the leather case, the size of this camera and the weight of this camera is, this is a pretty high-tech camera. I would rather have this SLR through the lens focusing and through the lens metering than any rangefinder that I could even think of. Like the parallax problem with the rangefinder is just brutal. They'll even tell you, all the reviews, and if they're not, that with a lot of those Leicas and stuff, the parallax problem, you're never going to get your composition as good as you think. You're going to have to do a lot of shots, and we're using film, right? So today's film, it's not cheap. The running film today is not cheap, but it's special and it's very unique, and it's a very I'm addicted to the Ilford Delta films and the Ilford black and white films, period. Anything else I need to tell you? The size difference isn't that much bigger. It's just a beautifully made, beautiful feeling, beautifully balanced, and with this Pancake lens, it's just a beautiful walk around camera. You can just leave it hang around your neck. The focal distance on this lens, I measured it to the rear plane here, the focal plane where your film actually is on that little mark, and the focal distance on this lens is right here. So we're about 1 foot 10 inches, which would be to the front of the lens about 1.5 feet, 1 foot 6 inches. So that's a pretty close, like at this distance, I'm pretty much fitting all my phone is taken up over half my viewfinder. So there you go. That's what's happening today. It's very dark, very gray. The phone might be fixing some of that, but to let you know how dark it is, I can point this straight up at f/16, and I'm doing half a stop positive or half a stop over compensation today. Sorry, it's very cold. That's kind of gross. But if I point it straight up at the sky, I'm getting 1/25 of a second. That's with 400 film. That's how dark it is right now. So like, subscribe, click the bell. We'll show you what you got. This Ilford Delta 400 professional film is pretty excellent. And that's it.